three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
All right, welcome to a very special holiday edition of Teaching Crypto. This is AZcrypto and MrFOMO. MrFOMO, this is not a show we wanted to do, but unfortunately we have to do because we got to keep our audience updated. We'd much rather be spending time with our families here, but we had to get this show in. You've probably heard the news if you have not. 49 to 50% max is what Voyager customers will be returned, and that's excluding the Voyager token, which is right now not part of the deal and listed as 0. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you. Thanks for joining us. So, it's a horrible situation, MrFOMO. I want to talk about lack of accountability on this holiday season and lack of human decency. And I want to share something with our viewers here that they may or may not be aware of. When the FTX deal fell apart, liquidation at the time would have meant a 51 to 60% return for holders. And now we find out, MrFOMO, that this whole time they could have opened up the platform and just given us our pro rata shares, whatever was left, basically. They actually could have done that if the judge wanted to. Could have opened up the platform and said, how much you got left? What's the whole? 35, 40%? Let the customers take out what they want. But instead, the lawyers needed to make money because they got to execute a sale. Steve and his team needed to make money. And it's not been about maximizing customer return. So Kirkland and Ellis has screwed us over. The judge has not done his part. And most importantly, Steve Ehrlich is a thief. And it's time to keep reminding people that. And there are rumors that he wants to start again and be in the background of a new crypto exchange. And what I'm going to say is this channel is going to remind everyone of who he is and what he stands for. And may not be very big. Steve, we will never forget what you have done. And we will hold you accountable, even if you won't hold yourself accountable. So, MrFOMO, no one wants half their stuff back. Unfortunately, if the Binance deal doesn't go through, it can go as low as 38% now. So, MrFOMO, what are your reactions to this horrible situation here?
It just the same as you. This is a horrible crypto winter. This is a horrible thing that they're doing to us. I mean, this whole time we've been led on with 60 to 70%, and then for them to sort of, in the background, be able to open up the exchange, give us as much as they could, but not to do that, to pay the lawyers, to pay Steve, to pay the essential employees at Voyager
for months and months and months.
Right, and then in the end, just to stick us with 49% is sickening. And to see people with 6 figures, 7 figures gone, I mean, especially with VGX having no value, it's disgusting. In the end, anybody from Voyager to the UCC to the judge to the lawyers, all the way over to Binance, who says that they were looking out for the customer's best interests, is not being honest with you. Those people are lying when they say that. They were looking out to fill their pockets, and that was all that they were doing. Because if this thing could have been opened up and we could have gotten access to our crypto that much earlier, but they decided not to do it, then that's the only reason they decided to do it, was to fill their own pockets. And I'm disgusted by it. It shows you that there's no good guys in crypto, and that you really do have to be careful. You have to watch out for yourself. You have to do your own research. You have to read and believe the fine print. You can't trust these people. So I don't care whatever CEO you run out there. It could be any of these top investors. Warren Buffett could change his mind on crypto and run out there and be pro crypto and run an exchange. I still will not go for it because I just don't trust the people in crypto. I just don't trust these CEOs not to be out to make money on my back. That's it. That's what they're up to. These people are pirates, and they're just plundering retail investors. That's all they're doing. You've seen it over and over again. It started with Terra Luna. It went to, 3AC. It went to Voyager, Celsius, FTX. They're all pirates. And they're all just running to the pockets of the retail investors, pulling out as much as they can and doing what they want with it. Right now, Sam Bankman-Fried is even out on bail, and he didn't drop a dime on that. He put up collateral. He put up property that he probably bought with customer funds. So that tells you where we're at right now, is you absolutely have to be out for yourself, because that's where everybody else is.
Really quickly, what can be done? Well, Brian Schroeder of Binance US is active on Twitter. Inundate him with tweets. Hit him up saying, this is not acceptable. And is he going to listen? Probably not. But doesn't hurt to make your voice heard. Inundate him with tweets saying, we are not sticking around at 49%. There's going to be a mass exodus. So, Brian, you're actually getting worse publicity, not good publicity. So take that to your boss, CZ, Brian. Brian, you probably are not watching this, but hopefully someone sends him the show. Brian, we are not happy. Brian, we're not sticking around. Brian, actually, I'm less likely to use Binance moving forward forever. I'm not.
It was a transparent PR stunt for him to go on Twitter and say, our main goal here is to protect the customers and get back as much to the customers as quickly as possible. If that were true, then you would have called this process out way in advance, and you would have made sure.
Let's remember that Binance just spent $550 million just to own part of Twitter. So if you can spend over $500 million, you could give customers more than 49%. No one's forcing you to. It's the right thing to do. If you want to have any customers from this, Brian, listen to me very carefully. You need to get your head out of your rear end and have some holiday spirit. And again, no one's forcing you to do anything. But I'm just telling you, you want publicity, positive publicity, you got to do better than 49%. And if not, people are running away, and they have a bad taste about your exchange too, Brian. So it's up to you, Brian. If you can't make that happen, go to CZ and say, hey, Voyager customers dislike what we're doing. I mean, honestly, we'd be better off. Hold on, Mr. FOMO. We'd be better off. They could open a platform right now and just say, here's what's left. Here's what we can give you. Take it. But instead, this is another extra 3 months. So Steve can pay himself. Let's call it like it is. So the lawyers can make more money, because when there's a sale. So it was never about the customers. And,
it's not about the customers unless you include.
It's time the judge hears from a lot of people. It's time he becomes uncomfortable. It's time the lawyers become uncomfortable. And it's time Brian is sick of being on Twitter because he hears how much the customers hate this deal. Steve, we know what we think of him. We will remind everyone until this last show of who Steve Ehrlich is. But let's make sure, if you're watching this show, let's get it to go viral as much as we can. Let's make sure everyone understands how the customers feel, how the customers are getting screwed. And let's make sure the people that are doing that constantly have to hear about it. They can mute everyone all they want, but let's keep telling them. Let's keep telling them. Let's make it uncomfortable for them.
I honestly think that if he wants to show some goodwill, step one is giving a value for value token swap VGX for BNB. That's goodwill. That shows that you actually have the customer's best interest in mind, because if you're not willing to give to the customers at least that, because that's where the Voyager customers were. The true Voyager customers, at least a lot of them, were invested in VGX because they believed in the platform. And so if you are there for these customers truly, give some value back to VGX. Find a way to swap BNB for VGX to make sure that these people have something that to show for, at the end of the day.
At the very least, 49% is garbage. Again, at least there'll be closure. Hopefully. At least there'll be closure, I guess. But
it's disrespectful to say that you're helping the customers when you're and it's disrespectful to say 49% and throw that out there as this major number, when in reality it's 49% of the crypto outside of VGX.
That's true.
And that's the real problem here. Is there's a lot of VGX holders. Some people, like I said, 5, 6, 7 figures in VGX that will never see that value again. That's unacceptable. There's no way that can be acceptable. And it's not just the judge. I mean, you need to get on Twitter and talk to senators, that your senator, your representative, your people, let them know what happened to you. They want to hear from you. They want to know the truth about what's happening in crypto, and it will inform them about how they can better serve you with regulation moving forward. But right now, these people are pirates, and it is an absolute open sea, and they are plundering retail investors like never before. And Steve's going to go out and try and do it again.
So we will hold Steve accountable on this show, at least. We will keep bringing up his name. And if we find out he's associated with another brand, we will make that brand known on this show. Again, we're not a big show. We'll do everything.
Hold that brand accountable.
But listen, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of the holiday season with your family. We'll be back making shows as much as we can next week, Mr. FOMO. We're not going anywhere. We've got some big goals for the new year for expanding the show. If you are not a subscriber and you've heard this rant, please hit that subscribe button. It greatly helps us out. Please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe. We're going to let you guys have the rest of the holidays to your families. But again, Brian, not acceptable. And Steve, as always, you are not a good person. And that's
Calling
the
your stocking, Steve.
holiday season. Yeah. All right. For Mr. FOMO, this is AZcrypto. You guys have a happy holiday season. We will see you soon.
Happy holidays, everybody. See you.